Hello and welcome to another Blender special. I'm Lord Fish, co-creator of Fishton, A Town to Remember. And last time we were here, we were making some kitchen pieces. If you're joining us, wherever you are in the world, we hope you have a wonderful new year from Fishton, from us, the creators. And hopefully you're enjoying this series. Let me know in the comments if you think I should do anything else, if I'm missing anything. You'd just like to see something new, or, well, let me know. Alright, so last time we made this cupboard unit. We put it all together for it to be a little easier to move and color, but we can still separate the doors really easily to make it further opening functional doors. So I'm just going to change the viewport. Oh, wrong one. To this one. And then we'll go to the coloring spot. We'll push tab to make sure we're in editing mode. And we'll start giving things a color. So I'm just going to make it like a light wood color. And we're just going to add just a little bit of darkness like this, just to give us an idea of what we're trying to get to. Now, this is not going to be your color in your game. You're just giving it a slot to add another color later. Okay? So after we've done that, let's do a few more things. And yes, it colored the other pieces because we use the same pieces for everything. When you do that, it does whatever the original does. It does it to all the pieces. And that's fine because we want these to be the same anyways. Alright, so next we're going to do a few more coloring on this. So we're just going to go hit L, 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 L over those pieces. Probably don't want to do that. I got the screw there by accident. There we go. I'm going to always recolor the screw. I'm trying to get the... Darn it. I'm not good at this. Come on, baby. Come on. Oh. If you off-click, you can just hit undo to get everything you've clicked on before. And we're just going to keep on hitting L. And the L, what L does is it makes sure it grabs the whole thing instead of just grabbing a piece of it. And that way we're not just coloring the face of it, we're coloring the whole thing. So if you see it from a weird angle, you're not going to see the other texture coming through or anything like that. And it only works on pieces you attach, basically. So we'll just do that for now. Maybe we'll just get the last of the screws. We'll see how it looks, if they all look good together, I guess. Did we get that one? I don't think we got that one. There we go. Now we've gotten them all. We'll go plus, new, make them silver. And if you want to do the handles and things like that, a different color for you can customize it more in game. Might be a better idea to do it that way. Maybe you want to do the screw heads a different color too, just to make them stand out a little more. So maybe we'll do them copper. Seems to be really easy to grab them for some reason. Just to make it more customizable, I'll show you the first way in case you just want a basic, and then we'll go a little more customizable. Something like that. So now they have a copper trim on them, and maybe you want these handles to be a different color as well. So we'll make them a different color as well. And I think I would just have to color the original and color the rest of them, but I'm not really sure which one that is at this time. So let's just do it this way. We'll make a new color. And just, again, this isn't going to be in game. You're just giving it a slot color. We'll just do that. We'll just make them black just for a look. Okay? So now we've got copper, steel, wood, and I don't know, plastic maybe. Alright, good enough. It's just going to help us visualize as we're going along what we're going for. Maybe we can do one more thing, actually. Let's do the top, yet another color, because we're going to make this marble or something like that, right? So let's do this. I don't know a color to represent marble, but because we're not going to really get that. Maybe, we already have a gray, so just for we know it's already colored a different color, let's just make it blue for now. And we'll make it light blue. Okay. And then we'll just hit assign, and just for we know that's going to be a different color in game. And all right, so I don't know why that one didn't color at the same time, but it should have. That's alright though, we'll color it after. So next, I guess we'll make some upper cupboards. So let's take these. Let's Shift D them. Let's move them over here a bit. Let's go to here. And I think we want this to be 0. Why didn't that move? Oh, shoot. I messed up here. You can see I left the hinges behind. Probably going to want them to come with it. So let's just grab those with the door. Okay. And we'll move those over there. Let's look at this. Let's see. So let's do 0 here. And then we'll move it up into place. And we will do, which one was it? 0 here. Oh, that's wrong. We'll undo. Grab our hinges. And we're just going to have to hand bomb that in. Because they are not on our middle axis. Something like that. Just get them in place and then we'll move those other ones up where we can kind of keep making our kitchen design the way we want to. Let's see. I think that's about right. I don't see any edges. I think we might be too far in there. It's hard to see though. Let's go back to our other one so we can see a bit better. We know they're colored now, so. Okay, just make sure that they're sticking out and you don't lose those hinges inside. Because we're going to have to do some work still. So we need to go into edit mode. You can see those pieces already grabbed. Hopefully it's just those, nope, 2 pieces. It's not though, we need the whole piece. So let's go L, L. And then we should be able to grab those pieces. Since this is going to be an upper cupboard, we'll just move the handle for it down like that. Maybe you want it one side or the other, so maybe we'll do, well, let's not move it there yet because we got to make the copy for the other side. But now we have it on the right spot anyway. So let's get out of edit mode with tab. Let's grab this piece and Shift D it. And we will get rid of the minus here. So now it should be the same piece on the same spot on the other side since we centered the main piece. So we need to grab that and then grab this. And we're going to Shift D. And then we are going to, I think, get rid of the minus here. And then that one, get rid of them. Oh, that, yeah, it did. I want to make sure we left one behind there. I thought we didn't for a second. There we go. Now we need to figure out how to rotate them. Not sure if that's right. Yeah, we can still see our screw head, so I'd say that's right. So 180 here, I think. All right, and we're still in place. So we've got exactly the same on both sides. Looking good. Let's see if we can move those hinges together. Let's do this. So out of edit mode, grab this, Shift grab that, into edit mode with tab. And we're still highlighted on both of those. So let's see if we can just, oh, it's making them more narrow. We're gonna have to do one at a time, unfortunately. I wonder if we can set a standard though. See if we can use a mass standard. Let's find a spot that we can just set the other one at after. L, L. And this shouldn't shrink it since we're doing one at a time. It doesn't have one. Okay, so we're just gonna have to guess, I guess. I'll go like that. It looks pretty good. unfortunate. We'll have to guess that, but maybe there's a way I'm missing. Let me know in the comments if you found a mathematical way to do that more accurately. And we'll just, oops, why is it grabbed onto that? For some reason it grabbed onto the frame there. A little bit farther. Something like that anyways. That looks pretty good to me. So, we'll go out edit mode. And we will attach these hinges to the door. Control J. Now you can color them separately if you want them to open and function, or you can color them together and separate them after. I may give you a version of both. And then Control J to attach those. Okay, I'll give you an example of how to separate them afterwards, but let's move these up before we get them kind of where we would want them for our design. So probably looking at like something like that for the gap. It doesn't have to be exact. We're just kind of making a markup to make our kitchen work together. Kind of the same way we would have with the cabin or something like that. So that looks pretty good to me. You do you. Make sure it looks good to you. Make sure there's enough room in there. If you want to make these smaller, I think we can just grab everything together like this and just make it smaller. And you can right click if you want to cancel it. You can do something like that though. Or we could do a Shift D and then make a second version that is smaller. And then if you want to do both, or you want to put a cupboard over the sink or something like that, it's easy enough. Maybe we'll make this our cupboard over our sink. And we'll give ourselves more room over the sink. And we'll make this piece our sink. Alright, should be pretty easy. And we're getting our kitchen pretty set up. And we're going to know what we need next, because we're going to build a complete kitchen together. So, that's the only thing, it squished the handles up here, so you may have to go into here and then hit Tab and click off everything. I'm going to let me click off everything there. Okay, let's try this. L, 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 L. Looks like I've got this one edge, but I definitely do not want to have it. There we go. And we'll just go squishy, unsquishy, like that. And there, we have our handles back to a normal size, but we have them on a smaller cupboard with smaller hinges. Hopefully that works for you guys. Hopefully it looks good. That could be moved over an inch. Okay. So we have a cupboard that's hollow underneath. We have this one that's a solid. So maybe we can make this one our dishwasher. But we want to actually move a sink in between our dishwasher. So let's do this and move that one over. Sorry about putting it there, then moving it. And then we're just going to Shift D this one. And we'll make this one our sink. Alright, oops, and we'll just drag that one into place, because that's going to be our dishwasher, and we need a full piece for that one. Okay, and we're just planning this out right, for it just looks really good and natural. So maybe we'll take this and Shift D it, and we'll put that on the other side of our dishwasher. We know we continue going with the whole thing after. Okay, looking pretty good and getting the idea, and then we can, we only have to import the ones we need, but we can use the other ones as markups. But if you're, going to place this so many times, you only need one of them. This one's going to be different. And the way this one's going to be different is we're going to add a sink to it. Hopefully, anyways, as things go right. So, let's start off by, Shift A, and we will make a cube. Pull our cube over, keep it on its axis, move it up, try to center it on the piece as best as you can. You can do it on this one if you'd rather, and then just switch them out. But remember, that's our original too. So I like to do it on a different piece, but we could definitely switch them out. Maybe we'll do that. No, we'll do it here. And I'll just estimate. But you can do it in the middle if you want to get a little more exact when you're doing it. Okay, so let's start off by grabbing this piece. We'll pull it up a bit. We'll go to Edit Mode with Tab. And then we're going to go to Edges. I'm going to grab 1, 2. Oh, wait. You know what? Let's move this up. And let's grab the whole thing again. Sorry, my bad. We'll just push L over it to grab the whole thing. And then we're just going to turn off these 4 edges at the top. Sorry, I just had to think about it a little bit to make sure we're doing it the right way. We'll do this, and we will add more segments. I'm going to do 6. You can do as many as you like to make it even smoother or less smooth or whatever you like. Okay, and now we're going to undo that and redo it, and it's going to, oops, and it's going to apply it a little more evenly, like that. Okay, and then you're going to get your overall shape on the top, so make sure that's what you want. And then we're going to take this and do something like that with it. All right. So let's take this down, and we got to do this carefully in a certain way because we need the sync shape there after we take the shape out. So now that we can see it on there, maybe we want to go a little bit more this way. Okay. Did I adjust that size? I hope I didn't. I think I did, actually. Oh, that's right. Sorry, my bad. All right. So we're going to take that shape. We're going to take it down as low as we can without putting our face in. And then we're going to Shift D. Okay. And just move it up here for now. All right. And then we are going to minus that shape from here. And we're going to have to do the second bool because there's going to be issues with it. And we'll do this difference here. Yeah, there's some issues with it. So we're going to go to here, and we're going to go to the solver and see if we can fix these issues. What am I seeing in the way there? Doesn't look like it. What am I seeing there? Maybe we just need to have a better look here. Let's go undo a few times. Just because you only get so many moves after your bool, and we don't want to lose our stuff. Okay, I might have to separate the doors at this part to make the bool work a little better. Yeah, let's do that maybe. So I'm going to click this, go into Edit Mode with Tab, and then we're just going to go L, 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 L. And it's already colored, so it should be fine. You can take the hinges if you want to. You can leave them if you want to. I'm going to take them. Why can't I grab that? That's always so hard to grab that one. There we go. Let me grab, there we go. And we'll do the same on the other side. And I think if we separate this stuff, it's just going to make our bool go smoother, and it needs to be separated anyway, so there we go. Hopefully we don't have anything else. We're going to hit P, selection, and then we're going to go out of there, and these should be their own units at this point. Hopefully we didn't miss anything. Looks like we got it all. It's hard to say. But alright, let's try our bool again. Out of edit mode with tab. We'll grab that. We'll grab the cabinet. And we will bool and try the first difference this time and see if we got it. I don't know what that one piece is down there. And why that keeps happening. Okay, let's edit, undo. And let's try moving this piece up a bit. I'm not really sure why that's happening, so let's try this. Objective, bool, we'll try it again. I don't know what the heck is going on there. Solution. We're going to plop this right in there. Make it a little bit more shallow. Actually, let's go more, we'll go more deep. And we'll duplicate this again, and we'll just try to bool it again and see what happens. Shift D. I'm not really sure what the heck's going on here. And objective, bool, difference. What do we got now? Same thing. I'm not going through the back. Okay, let's have a redo with that one. Let's try it the other way again. I don't know why that's happening. I guess because we attached so many pieces in the beginning. But I don't think there's... Oh my god. A real solution here. We'll see. Let's see if doesn't look like there is any solution here. Well, I guess that's it for this one. We may have to remake that one out of a blank piece like this. But there's nothing really attached to it. That's all I could really think. Because it just doesn't look right. So, and use the cupboard doors and try to guess at the size of the doors and everything. But let's try that. Yeah, let's try that and see what happens. Because it should just make the shape of this underneath. But I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. I have to do this twice actually. Oh, that's what it is. I think I figured it out actually. Let's go back. I think I have to separate the top part, and that's what it is. So let's undo that. Sorry about this, guys. Sometimes there's a little bit of solution creation issues, and it's best to watch me problem solve it and then run into this issue on your own project and not be able to fix it. Let's keep going back if we can. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get there. We may have to just redo the piece. That looks like it's just after the bool. Okay, that's just before the bool, right? Okay, let's try this again. So we'll go into this piece and we will hit tab, and then we're going to hit L over the top piece because I'm forgetting I also attached this. And then we're going to hit P, selection. Hopefully this is the solution, and I'm really sorry if it's not, guys. I did think this is what's going on, is this piece was attached, so it was making it go bad. So we already have one extra, but we're going to make one extra again. So do that. We'll do bool, difference. And then we'll do this one, and we'll do this one. And we'll do bool, difference, and hope. Oh, my God. Where is that piece coming from? Like, I don't... Oh. From the bool that was already there. Okay. Well, let's just ram this in. And the Queen's making jokes again. Push S. Move this up a bit, like that. We'll bool this out of that. Bool. Difference. Sorry about the delays, guys. I don't mean to slow down like that. And go down until you're about level. If you're not sticking through the other pieces, that's fine. Looks pretty good to me. Looks like a sink to me. And then we want to shift, no we don't actually. We want to shift A, and then we will make a cylinder. Move the cylinder into the middle, pile it up through, and you can kind of get a good idea where the center is. And then we're going to hit S, and this is going to be our drain of our sink. It doesn't have to go all the way through, but you should put one just for aesthetic looks. And we will bool it out of the shape. Object, bool, difference. Perfect. Okay. And you can put a clog in there if you want. It kind of looks bad down there, but let's try that again. Let's move it up a bit, maybe. Oops. So it's just a little bit of a lip going into it down there. Hopefully it's not too much, but it gives us the look without going all the way through. Is what I would do. You guys can go all the way through if you want. Do your cupboard a little bit different. This is more of a demonstration, but all up to you. Okay, that's through. Perfect. Let's do sink top. So Shift A, and we're going to do curve, Bezier, as the French say. Okay, let's move it up. We got to make it the shape of a sink, basically. It looks like it's backward sink right now. So we'll go into tab mode, and we're going to go like this, and just drag it till you get your basic shape. Okay, I think we got to keep going like that, and then grab this metal one, drag it down a little bit for it's straighter. We'll drag this one in a little bit. Just keep on working until you get the right shape you were looking for. I think I want something like that. Maybe we'll drag that out a bit again. Like that. Okay. Let's grab this one, straighten this one out a bit. Hopefully that's what you're looking for. Okay, I know it's sideways right now. We'll fix that. Okay. Here we go. Do 9. Oops. That's not a number at all. 90. Perfect. And then a 180. Nope. Not that one. Maybe this one. Okay. Nope. That's wrong. I guess that's what we want. What am I thinking? I'm trying to turn it around and it's perfect. Alright. We can just kind of fix this a little bit back and forth and make sure it's good and straight anyways. Something like that. Okay, and then we are going to go down to geometry and there. And we're just going to go like that. Okay. This should help us visualize a little bit. Maybe we want this a little longer. Maybe we want this a little shorter. More like that. And then maybe we'll go E. And we'll just right click to cancel it. And we'll adjust this after, don't worry. And we're gonna make this one part the spout, so we need it to turn like so, kinda. Alright, we're gonna have to work this shape a little bit, obviously. And once we get our right shape and the whole thing and it all looks good to us, then we'll work on trying to make it look a little bit better. Let's see, like that maybe. And we'll bring that down like this. And we'll bring the whole thing down like that. And we're starting to get the right shape. Alright, so we can do out of edit mode, we can put S, and we can just shrink it down for it's a little easier to work with, and we can kind of get more of the shape we want. Let's go back in the tab, and this needs to be a little longer, so let's extend that like so. And we'll go back out of tab and move the whole thing back a little bit. Okay, we're so close, we're almost there. Don't worry, I know this is hard and stressful, but you're gonna get through this, and this is gonna look really good. Remember to be positive and don't give up. You want to make a dream, no one, or a dream. If you want to make a game, no one says it's gonna be easy, but you can do this. All right, and even if it's just an art project, the harder you work, the more it's gonna pay off. Okay, so that looks pretty good, I would say. If you need to make any adjustments, remember mine's just an example. I'm not gonna make it perfect, but just trying to give you a really good example of how to do this. I might scoot this forward to try and get rid of that back angle a little bit like that. That looks a little better, but it's going to be a little bit of doing that, going, oh, that looks a little better, oh, that looks a little better. All right, so I'm going to just go with that because I think it looks pretty darn good to me. I can see this is just a hair crooked. There we go. Again, you might have to mess with it for a bit, but I think that's pretty close to perfect. We're going to Shift A. Nope. Out of edit mode. We're going to okay, let's right click this first and convert it to a mesh. Okay. So now it's an actual piece. Like the other pieces, it can be attached and anything you want done to it basically at this point, just like a regular piece. We're going to Shift A, make a mesh, and we're going to do a cylinder. Let's zip our cylinder over. And we're going to change, not yet. We're going to do, let's just make a little tiny circle around this. We'll try to match it up as best as we can. You can see as it gets smaller where you're off a little better. Okay, something like this. What I'm going to do is just kind of stick it through like this, so it looks like there's a little piece that comes out of. So before I attach it, I'm just going to copy it. I'm going to grab that and attach it. Control J. Now if I grab the loose piece, it's the part we didn't attach. Okay, so I'm just going to drag this over. Going to have to guess at the other side because we're not in the middle of this piece. Or at this point, which we should have done, but we're not. So what I would do is just make one really good tap. So what we're going to do is shrink that a little bit. Bring this up a little bit. Shift D. Bring this piece up a little bit. Make it a little bit bigger that way. Make it a little smaller this way. Okay, then we are going to drag it up a bit. We got to get to the point where we can see the bottom of the piece. And that's not going to be easy, is it? So, you know what? Let's use a little trick. Let's flip it on its side where we can see it. Okay? I don't know. I think the other side's still the bottom, though. Kind of hard when they're so small to work with, but into tab mode, we'll go to faces, and I think this is the bottom, so we're just going to hit S. Shrink it down like that. Okay. Now we can take the 90 out. Well, let's get edit mode before we do that. So, shoot. Out edit mode, and then click over here, make that a 0. And as you can see, it's the right way now. Back into edit mode, grab this top face, Control B, and we're just going to give it a little bit of roundness just to give it some characteristics. Okay, so out of edit mode, and we're going to shimmy it down now, so it should still be in place. And you decide on the size, maybe a little bit bigger like that. Go click like that, and then Shift left click the second one, Control J to join them, Shift D to copy, and we'll zip it over. Try to get the same distance. You can move them all to the middle to make sure you're more precise, but I think we're pretty good there. And there we go. We are pretty much set up on our sink now. So what I will do is grab that, grab this, and then grab this, Control J. And your whole top is one piece, okay? If you want to make a second one to make like a bathroom sink, Shift D. Pull it off to the side, okay? And we'll use it later. Keep it on its axis though if you can. We'll use it later for our bathroom project to make a bathroom sink, right? We'll always have that piece from now on. And then the doors are separated like we wanted. So we'll connect this piece to this piece with Shift left click after we click the first one. Control J. It's all one piece now except for the doors. And we've completed our sink. Only thing missing is a bit of coloring. So maybe we can do that now. Maybe we should do that before we copy it too. Let's delete that. Let's grab this and we'll go back into coloring again, okay? And we could make these all that same silver, but let's make our own silver for the sink maybe, for we can make it a bit different. So click off everything, L, and we'll do these under pieces here, the same silver. We'll do this piece the same silver. Okay, we need to go down to our coloring, and then we'll do new. Assign. All right, they're all silver. Okay, this piece we're gonna have to do a different color. So just gonna do plus new. Just gonna make it a darker black color. Doesn't really matter, it's just giving a slot for in-game. And these, of course, are going to be yet another color that I don't know what we're going to make them. We'll pick out a texture or color in-game. So we'll just make them, I don't know, kind of that color, I don't know. There we go. All right, and we've colored our sinks, and we're basically ready to go on with our kitchen. In the next episode, we'll do this piece, and we'll make it our dishwasher. Maybe we should do our stove after that. Get rid of this one, and maybe we'll do dishwasher, stove, and maybe our fridge after that. And I think we're getting pretty close to a good spot in our kitchen where we're getting at least our cabinets to the end points. We can start working on fridges. Sorry, not fridges. Like other things like kettles, bread box, knife holder, pot hangers. And we'll really do up our kitchen this time. We'll make it a lot more design than our last couple of kitchens. So anyways, I really hope you guys have had a good time with me today and you've at least found the video helpful. If you have, make sure that you click the thumbs up and you subscribe, and that way you can be posted on when the next episode's coming out on our Blender series. If you appreciate if you appreciate the help at all and you want to help me back, you can check out my game. It should be linked below. It's called Fishton, A Town to Remember. And you will never forget it because it's a one-of-a-kind game. It's on for $10 until the 5th. If you hurry up, you can get it now. And thank you for all the help and support and watching the video. And any comments, feedback that you'd have would be great. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great and wonderful new year.